Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Jimmy. I'm here with a really great question from a viewer named Peter. Peter is from Italy, and Italy sounds beautiful, so I can't wait to go there one day. Maybe this is a sign that I'll go there one day, huh? Anyway, Peter asks a very simple question. In a long travel, is it better to take one big memory card or several smaller, more normal sized cards? What a great question. And what a relatively simple sounding question, but here on this channel, we go in depth. We go and complicate answers to the nth degree for no reason at all, other than the fact that I like to talk about details. So if you're looking for a very short, concise answer, go elsewhere. Before even going into the issues of what kind of cards to bring, I think we should talk about the most important thing, batteries. You got to have batteries. You got to have lots of batteries, especially if you're going on a trip. You don't want to sit there charging one after, and then switching just one out. You want to bring at least two or three, at least three, in my opinion. If you're a serious photographer and you want to take your photography to the next level, that next level depends a lot on how you feel about your camera. Are you confident that you can take pictures all day long without having to stop and break the momentum? So I think batteries have a lot to do with that. Faith in your equipment that you have, that you're ready to go. And memory cards have a lot to do with that too. But if you don't have the battery power to sustain your flicking on and off of the camera all the time and the bright display in your EVF, if you don't have the battery power for that, it doesn't matter how big your memory card is. It doesn't matter how many you have, right? You got to be able to, because there's ways around that. We'll get into that in a little bit, but battery is by far paramount. It's the most important thing. Let's get into the actual question, having one big memory card. I only carry one big memory card. Now everyone's definition of big is different. For me, it's really big because I don't shoot in RAW all that much and I shoot in JPEG. What's more than that is I'm always dumping my card at every chance I get. Always dumping my pictures off my card onto my computer, editing them and getting them out of the way. That's just the kind of way my head operates, and I'm not comfortable with leaving pictures and on a stick for long periods of time. Even if I was going on a long trip, I would still find ways to go to a coffee shop perhaps and dump them and put them on a cloud somewhere perhaps. Or with the Wi-Fi function on your phone and the Fuji X-T1 or X-E2, you can just take some of those photos and dump them on your phone for the time being if you want to. That's another idea. And the X-T1, I carry the SanDisk 16 gigabyte card, class 10. For the X-E2, I carry the 64 gig card. I don't know why. These are the cards that I have, and I bought them for this camcorder that I'm using right now. So this is quite big, right? And I've never come close to filling these cards ever. And these cameras pump out some pretty high quality stuff. Very large style pictures, and RAW, it's even more information. So you can imagine how many of those I would need to take and to leave on there and never fool around with to fill up that card. Never even come close. So I always have that sense of like, batteries are more important than card memory because I've never come close to even filling up even a fraction of what those cards can hold. 16 gigabytes is a lot, but for some of you guys, 16 gigabytes is nothing. So if I give some sort of like recommendation right now, just have one 16 gigabyte card, you'll be fine on that trip. You go and you tell me later, hey Jimmy, that was the worst advice I've ever gotten. Well, that comes to my next question. What kind of shooter are you? Do you shoot pictures? Do you shoot in RAW? Do you shoot continuously high bursting type of pictures? But if you're going to take those high quality shots, and many of them, you're going to need a bigger card, and that totally depends on your wallet and what's available right now in your area. I personally do not shoot video. That's so funny because I shoot video on this camcorder and I shoot only pictures on my camera, the Fuji X cameras. I keep them completely separate. That's just my old-fashioned thinking. And when I shoot video, I like to do very much vlogging type style, like this, just right in front of with a fixed set of lighting. That's the kind of video that I do. I don't do short films or anything like that where it takes a lot of planning and with the focus, and so you don't get that rolling shutter type of thing happening with these Fuji cameras when you shoot video. I find that happens to me a lot, so I just keep it separate. I don't shoot video on these cameras. So you can see how much space I'm saving or not using when using these Fuji X cameras. They're all just pictures. They're all JPEGs, and that takes a lot of pictures to fill up those sticks, those camera cards. I'll never fill it up. Especially because I'm always dumping them anyway and going through them with a fine-tooth comb and seeing which ones I like, which ones I don't like. Maybe you guys know some people like this. They take loads of pictures and they leave the pictures on that card forever, for the existence they have. They never take them out, they never look at them, they never display them to the world, they never share their art with their friends and family. They literally just leave it on that card. If you're like that, please don't do that. Share your stuff. Take it out there and look at your own pictures and analyze and see how you can do better as a photographer. If you're just taking pictures and leaving it on there, what is the point of taking pictures, guys? I'm spitting all over the place. I'm so damn excited. I don't care how big they are. You're not meant to use all that space for storage, like just collecting, you know, electronic dust, so to speak, inside that card. Definitely take them out, cleanse your card, format the card, and analyze your pictures that you're taking. I just find it so funny when I see people, I look through their cards and I'm looking through their pictures. I'm like, man, you have like thousands of pictures on this card. And they say, yeah, I've had it since I bought it. And like, but what's the point of taking pictures if you're just kind of like viewing on this tiny little screen? You can look at this beautiful, magnificent Apple monitors that we have today and just relive that moment by going through these pictures and sharing with your friends and family. So yeah, going back to my old point, what kind of shooter are you? What kind of shooter are you, sir? What kind of shooter are you, ma'am? You know, what kind of shooter am I? Always ask yourself these questions, and these things can change over a year. You know, maybe a year from now, I will be shooting video on these cameras. That's what's so great. The function doesn't go away just because I'm not using it right now. I could grow as an artist and change. I could shoot video in a little bit, and maybe these cards won't do it for me anymore. Or maybe it'll be just enough. I don't know. Definitely, Peter, bring 2 cards with you. Maybe 2 bigger size cards, not one biggest size card. You know what I mean? I don't recommend carrying tons of cards with you and medium sizes because I just don't think you need it. You know, these cameras, when the card goes in, it's safely tucked away, and I've never had to open, you know, this card slot when I'm out working, when I'm out shooting pictures. It's kind of tucked away and it's shock proof and it's weatherproof, not waterproof, weatherproof. Don't go dunking your camera into rivers like I've seen on YouTube. If you carry more cards with you, you're gonna have to buy another small little case for it. You're gonna lose it. You don't know where did I put that. You're gonna miss out on opportunities and taking pictures. So definitely just try to keep the cards to an absolute minimum with space that you need for what you're doing or that you might do. Okay? You don't want those cards loose in your pocket, creating static electricity, causing glitches in your card. I've heard that can happen. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I thank you guys for the thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.